Test, test, test. How are you guys doing today? Good morning, Sunday morning. I'm going to wait for a few people to come in, saying hello to the people that click on later. I really appreciate that. I like seeing you guys, especially if you guys can make the live show. I'm thinking about possibly doing 2 shows a day. That way I could, personally see everybody. I'd like that, And, I really encourage people to email me at goodservant22@gmail.com. And I answer all my messages personally. I mean, it's time consuming, but it's something I really like to do. And when I know people personally, it helps me to evaluate things like, things that are going on, or like, things that I need to talk about. Fills in the gaps of like all the variables that I don't know, And so it's always good. Good morning, Faith. How you doing? Good morning, yo mama. I remember seeing you over there at I think it's Urban Disciples, right? I seen you over there and a couple of other places. What's up, Alex D? How you doing? I got your email. Did you read the email I sent you? I sent you 2. If you read it, then that's great. They're both pretty short. Good morning, Eternal Plane. That sounds like a Rowan name for a channel. Is that Rowan? It seems like that's a Rowan. Hey Faith, did you read my email earlier? Okay, the second one was just like me saying like none of that is criticisms. It's just me actually saying like the opposite of, I just didn't want you to take it like I was saying something bad. I meant it in the greatest way possible. As a compliment, really. So I will I mean, if you want to go ahead and read that, go read that and come back. It's only going to take like a minute. Then I want to have you come up if you want. Oh, it's Rowan. Oh, that's awesome. I guessed that right. I totally guessed that right. That's awesome. Good morning, Anti-Venom. It's totally amazing to see you too. I'm glad that you're able to make these live shows in the morning. Is morning good for you, or is it's always later, huh? Because a lot of people want me to start like an hour later or 2 hours later, which I want to do. But I'm going to lose a couple of people that like it to be early. And so I'm going to have to do 2 shows. And so I'm going to need some help, and I really appreciate Faith for saying she would help. And so that's good. And I know that, Sasquatch will help. And, once in a while I can get Joel. But it would be totally cool. Like what I want to do, like ideally, is to like have some of you guys up, right? And talk about just like your testimony, because that I think, like I I'm getting like the energy. I don't even know if that's the right word. I'm getting the feeling that he's coming back. Like he's coming back. I mean, this is real, Like it's even hard for me to wrap my head around it, He is coming back. I mean we might be days away, weeks away. I really doubt that it's years away, And I think that I think that, talking about the gospel and giving our testimonies is going to help us get those last few people that are out there. I mean, there's people like us out there, and they're at other truther channels, right? There's 10 of them to every one of us to go, worship the earth and do witchcraft and all this other crap, right? And it's we're up against it, you know. But oh, what happened? As long as you read the emails, then I'll have you up. I just want to make sure that you. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of confusion in the world. Oh my God. Out of all things, like Thanos, right? Like, I mean that's what that should tell you where we're at in this world. They are attacking our kids from every angle. I mean, what can we? I mean, what can we do? Um, what can we do? I'm gonna drop the link and invite Faith up here. If anybody else wants to join me at some point, like one of the whatever day, just let me know, and then so I can plan for it, and or like maybe one day when we're going long, I'll drop the link and like we'll have a bunch of people or something. And but I want to keep some of these shows like pretty on point, right, for now, just because don't worry about it. It was just tips. I don't know if you read the tips like about like timing and stuff like that. If you read that part, then that's fine. The second one was just, I don't know, fluff. Anyway, it's stuff I didn't really want to talk about, like just shop stuff. But yeah, I dropped the link if you want to come up. It's up to you. It'd be great if you did. And so, like, I mean, like, I'm getting this feeling like he's coming. I mean, he's coming back. Like I can't believe how close we are, right? I mean, these things are. Well, okay, here's the thing. This is what. Okay, so now that I've said all this stuff, right? Now I have to say it in front of the whole group, right? I was just telling her like about like timing and letting people finish, and I'll let her finish her conversation. And if we start a point, I have to round the whole thing out, because even if we're in a conversation and you know what I'm going to say and you respond to it, that's good if it's one-on-one, right? But you have to say it even though you already know it, for the audience. It's just little tips like that, right? And then I didn't want her to think that that was criticisms, right? So I sent her another email saying the only reason I said that stuff is because I think that you would be good on here, and these are just tips on just little things I learned as I went along. And so I just gave her a compliment for having good energy. We get more clicks when she comes up here, and that's, you can measure that. So I mean, it is what it is, right? We're at a point now where yeah, we have to unite, right? But here's the thing, right now. I consider a lot of wild things, man. People can't say that I'm closed-minded, right? I consider different timelines in Revelation. I consider, even when people, start getting a little messed up on this on salvation, even, right? Um, I still. Oh, hey, what? Oh, hold on. Sorry. Welcome to the show, Faith. How you doing?
Hi, Steve. Good morning. I'm good.
Oh,
How are
good
you?
morning. Good morning. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm just like it's like Jesus is coming back, right? I mean, he like I looked at that volcano from the Canary Islands, right? And at first, I was like, okay, that's CGI, because that's how my brain works, right? It's like, oh yeah, that's CGI. It's just, but there's so many angles of it, so much footage, right? And then
Yeah,
something hit me, right? Whether that's real or not, right? He's coming back. Like it's hitting me hard. Like I'm
I can't.
nervous.
I don't. It's really hard for me because what I've pretty much like discussed with Joe, like we haven't even really discussed anything, but like I don't really know if I can, if I'm there to say, yeah, Jesus is returning, because I'm still pondering, has he already returned?
Well, if you're okay, so this is okay. So if you're in the little season, right?
Sorry, that's
After
really deep to bring up. I'm sorry.
No, 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 it's okay, but let me explain this, right? If you're in the little season after the 1,000 years, he's still coming back to get us.
But the Bible does discuss that there will be a generation that,
Right.
lives
And
during Satan's reign.
right, and this would be it, and then he would come back.
Yeah, just everything
So
that's going on around the world,
so
it just
either
seems
way,
like
it's
it's
right.
a
So like either
spirit.
way, right? Either way you look at it, right? Either way you look at it. If we're before the like a rapture, right? If you're a rapture person, right? Then it's the two witnesses, the rapture, the beast, I mean the man of sin, and then the mark, right? In a
Yeah.
quick succession, right? If there's no rapture, you're looking for the two witnesses, the beast, and the mark of the beast, right? And if
Mhm.
you're in the little season after, right, after the whole 1,000 years, this would be the generation that is deceived by Satan, and then he's coming back.
Yeah.
So either way, I think it's close.
Um, I definitely know it's something.
Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people look at this, right? A lot of people look at Revelation, right? Mistakenly, right, as the end of the world, right? But it's not the end of the world. It's the end of all this evil crap, right? And the
Why
people
am I
that want
crazy, Alex?
and the people that want to move on, right? Get to move on and just
I just question things. I just want truth. That's it. I don't care. Like, I mean,
right,
if
right. But
it's
listen to what I'm
true,
saying.
I want it. I want it. Like,
Right.
I'll
Listen
hear
to what
your
I'm saying.
opinion.
Right, right.
I'm
Listen to what
sorry.
I'm saying, right? Listen to what I'm saying. So a lot of people look at Revelation as the end of the world, right? Like the end of the
Right.
world, like but in reality, it's we're all going to continue on, right? But it'll
It's
be
not salvation.
better. But it'll be
It's not
better,
salvation.
huh?
Whether you believe whether you believe in the rapture or not, that's not salvational. It doesn't,
Right,
yeah,
right. Either way, though, Faith,
it's okay.
if you believe in the little season after the thing, right, after the 1,000 years,
Right.
or if you believe in a rapture, or if you believe in in a quick succession, the
How do you
beast and
know
then the
that,
mark,
Shepard?
he's coming back fast. Like either which way, he's coming back fast. You don't see how that's all the same?
Sorry, I'm laughing because it's some
Look, you
people
have
look
to
at you like, "Wait,
understand.
what?"
Look, but you have to understand that people are gonna um react to that, right? Because
Yeah,
it is it
for sure.
is it is radical, right? It's just like flat Earth, right? So now I'm
Hmm.
open to it, right? I'm open to it, right? But here's the thing, right? You got to understand, right? That if people aren't just gonna roll with that, you know. You're gonna get some flack for that, and that's normal, right? Normal people that are good people are gonna give you flack,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah,
there's
you're gonna
nothing
get
wrong
it.
with anybody for doing it.
Fine.
It's just it's weird, you know. And
I guess I
so
would
and
felt
so
that way.
right, and like, hey, look, it's intriguing and exciting to me, right? When I looked at the one video, I was like, wow, this would almost even be better, you know. But the reality is, there's a lot of physical things, right, that are things that we can go check, right? Like the Mount of Olives has to split, right? So that means that what they're saying the Mount of Olives is really somewhere else and split. And so until those
Right.
things are reconciled, people are going to think that's crazy because you
Do you
can
think
go
this
to the
world would
mountain.
not hide? Do you think this world would not hide how
No, I
evil
think
this?
they
Look at how
would.
evil. Look at
I
how
think
evil
they
this world
would.
is. You think they would not
Right,
hide
right.
the fact that Christ returned?
Yes, I think they
They'd do
would.
anything. They'd do
Right,
anything to hide that fact.
right. So what I'm saying is, right, until those things are reconciled, right, people are not going to accept it.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's going to take more than like a couple videos. It's going to take a lot of research. Like
Oh, hi,
this
Tiffy.
this
My cat came in the room.
this is what I asked Joel from, right? And I'm open to it, right? Not a lot of people are open to it. I'm open to it because I
Yeah,
almost
see, we're
want
going
it
to
to be
discuss it.
true.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but Joel and I are going to discuss it on Discord.
That's good. That's good. But this is what I told him about what I want, right? I told him, I said, I want more videos from more people, right? And
Mhm.
it seems like the videos that I got, right, that I watched them all. That
Mhm.
it's always some guy that's like, oh yeah, I noticed these things, and then crack the Bible, and here's a verse that supports that, right? Which is good, right? But I would like to see someone that's been reading the Bible like for a lot of years, right? Say, oh
Mhm.
wow, noticed these things, right? And in Scripture that does work, right? I want to see many different levels of Bible knowledge, right? Have an opinion on it. Then what I want to do is I want to check that even if those places, right, are exactly what that guy says they are. I mean, I want to check that too, right?
Yeah. What is
And
that?
so
Is
yeah,
Danny
and so
making
it's
bacon?
yeah, it's exciting to look into it, right? But either way, right? This was my point to begin with. But either way, he's coming back.
I'm sorry. That's my
You don't
son.
get it? You don't get it? That if you're on the other side of the 1,000 years, he's still coming back very soon?
I'm so
Just maybe,
sorry. My husband just burned a bunch of bacon.
why did he, what?
I guess I didn't even know. He put bacon on and then he went outside to do the lawn, but he didn't tell me.
Oh,
So now my house
that's
is all
okay.
smoky.
That's okay. You could just start it
That's my
over.
man.
Well, anyway, I'm
Uh,
not trying to put you on the spot, but my point was to say that either way, it doesn't matter, right? Like the point I
yeah,
was
bacon.
making is that he's coming back soon, and that's true either way. No matter what
Devastating.
side you're on,
D.
it's true. You know, and so that's
Yeah, it's,
important to know, right? Because this is why it's important to know, because if we're prepared
see,
for
the
his
point.
return to be
The main
soon,
thing is, I think,
if
whether you believe in the rapture or not, it doesn't. It's not
that's right, it
salvation.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But
It's
what
not.
I'm
It's
saying
not.
is,
So, you can believe it, and it's not going to affect your salvation in any way.
right, right. But do you understand what I'm saying?
I was kind of distracted. I'm so sorry.
So if you think that you're on the other side of the 1,000 years in the little season, being deceived
Mhm.
by Satan, right? Right? In that little season that he's loosed, right? Then he's coming back
So,
soon to burn the world and to take you to eternity.
every
And
time you
and
talk,
if you're
my,
before it, right? You're waiting for his return too. You see what I'm
well,
saying?
um,
What do you think
Uh,
happens after the 1,000 years and the deception of all the nations? What do you think happens?
I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards that we're in the war. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we got to stand.
But that means that Jesus is coming back again.
Trying to read comments. What did Joel
I
say?
don't. He's saying, well, okay, Joel. I'm trying to explain to her that Jesus comes back either which way, no matter where you're at. And the reason why I was bringing up that point, I don't want to bring.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to have another show about this again, Joel. Right now, my point was anyway. Before we started, right? Hey, how you doing, Sheila? How you doing? I don't know that name. Hey, Alex. Hey, Ray. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Joel. Hey, Clutch. So anyway, my point of bringing that up is that
We're in this together. Kidding.
what? So my point of
Said we're
bringing that up was, are you okay? Okay, my point
me?
of bringing that up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, my point of bringing that up is, right, he's returning soon. And the reason that's important is because, yeah, Joel, Joel, I'm asking the question, right? Either which way he's coming back, right? Yes or no? Jesus, man.
Yo,
It's not a fight. Hold on a second.
I see what you're saying.
Hold on a second. Okay. Right. So look what Karen's saying. Look what Karen's saying. Yes. Either way, no matter what side you're on, he's coming back. And the reason why it's important, right? Okay, so now that we know he's coming back, right? Either way, right? And that's settled, right? The point I was trying to make, the outline of the show that I had, right, was that we're running out of time, right? No, you're right. You're right, Deb. You're right. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's right. Welcome back. So I just wanted you to see that. So either way, right? Karen's saying either way, he's coming back. That's the only point I was trying to make. And I'm open to everything being true. I want it to be true, to be honest. That's another flat earth. That's something else to dig into. But the reason why I brought it up, that he's returning soon, right? Either way, right? Is that we're running out of time, right? And so how that affects my purpose, right? Is it there's still people out there like us out there, right? That aren't saved.
Yeah.
There's truthers, right? That are over in with these occultists, like Deb's saying, right? That over in Arwen's, you want to know who came out of Arwen's? Hannah came out of Arwen's. Unbelievable Production came out of Arwen's. Clutch came out of Arwen's. I don't even know if I could name them all the people that came out of Arwen's that are here right now, right?
That's the point.
Because I was over there trying to get an occultist saved, right? And he didn't, right? But I met all those Christians and collected them and brought them over here. And if all I knew was those people, I would like my chances of being saved.
Yeah. That's the point, I think.
Yeah.
Is winning souls to Christ. Because we know their goal is winning souls to, to be damned. Well, our goal is to win souls for Christ.
Yeah.
Hey,
BB never knew Arwen. I know
Well,
he's
Jesus,
frustrating.
girl.
This is why I say it's frustrating over there, right? Is because this morning he said today, right, that he believes in the Bible, right?
Lucky
That
lady.
he believes in Jesus, right? That he
Hmm.
believes in all the teachings and all the all the things that Jesus said, right? And
Mhm.
but the only thing that he doesn't believe, right, is that he died for our sins. And it's frustrating because he'll defend Jesus, right? He'll defend the Bible, defend Jesus, right? And this is in
Mhm.
like defense of him, right? And what's frustrating and heartbreaking, right, is that people could get that close, People could get that close.
So Arwen doesn't
And
believe that Jesus Christ died for our sins?
no, no. And it's taken like 4 years, right, for him to even get to that point.
If Jesus
And that's
Christ didn't die for our sins, I mean, that would be horrific. There'd be no way for us to be
that's right.
reconciled. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
That's right. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense to
That would be heartbreaking, man.
it doesn't make sense to believe the entire Bible and not believe that, right? And so some people look at that like, what an idiot, or, what an evil, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And I look at that, right, and it hurts me, it hurts me
That's sad.
that someone could be that close, right? And not know the life-saving part of it, right? And you
That's
wonder,
the
right?
most important. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all important, right? I think it's all important, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
without it, there's no salvation, right?
Right.
And so
Because we
like,
can't do it. We just can't.
yeah, we can't. And like, what makes it hard, right? What makes it difficult is that in order to like, find the few people or whatever, or find, already good Christians, like I found a lot of Christians that are just already, well versed in the Bible, well, already set, right?
Mhm.
But just looking for a place to go, right? And so,
Right. Yeah.
you find people like that, right? But then you find people that say they're not saved, right? And they go and they hear that message, right? And let's say
Mhm.
they go, oh yeah, that sounds right. Like, oh, I believe that, right? Now that person is infected with that
Well,
information.
yeah. When you're looking when you're looking into something and all you get is confusion, it's so I look into it and I'm putting this together and they all fit neatly like a puzzle. Then I take it as okay, this is the truth because Satan's confusion, not the Father.
That's right.
But you know what? We're all on our own walk differently. It's
Not,
different,
and see,
and
that's
you got
why I
to
try
take it
to.
the way the Lord leads you. Not don't rush things.
And this is why I'm proud of this group, right? You included, right? This is why I'm proud of this group, right? And this is the reason why I wanted to clear all that up earlier, right? Is because there is one thing we
Yeah.
agree on here, right? Is that the Lord came back, right? And took our punishment to reconcile
Hmm.
us for salvation, right? And so that life-saving message, right, is gold, right? And so if we believe we're at the end of Revelation, or we believe we're in, chapter 4 of
Right.
Revelation, or if you believe in a rapture or no rapture, right? These are things that we could be open to and test, right? And I'm pretty
Right.
much neutral on a lot of things, right? Almost because I really kind of have to be, in order for people to feel comfortable, right? And so like
Yeah.
on both spectrums, right? But I have my own beliefs too, right? But the thing is, right, is if we can get that message, right, and more, you know, because there's a lot about Jesus that we apply to our lives now, right? It's not over
Yes.
just at salvation, right? And so if we can get this information to those people, right, that would be great. But here's the problem, right? Is that channels like this, they're dead. They're in, they don't get promoted, they don't get recommended, they don't get, so
Oh
I got to
no,
go
no.
out, right? I got to go out in the mission field, you know? And there are some places I hang out that, you know, they're okay, talented people or whatever. And
Yeah.
I find a person here or there and I invite them back, right? And then there's people
Mhm.
like where it's a pretty sick environment, you know? And
Right.
I hope to pull somebody out of there, you know? And
Right.
so,
Yeah.
you know, I
Like,
just
yeah,
believe in, yeah,
we have to go out into this world. That's what Jesus Christ did when he was here as a man. He went out into the world. He didn't just stick to his disciples. You know,
that's
he
right.
went out among the sick and the lame and the blind,
Sinners, yeah,
right?
and sinners.
Yeah. So that's what we should be. We should be like that.
And so, like,
So, Bobby will come up and be like, that doesn't sound like a Christian channel. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's not. That
right.
doesn't mean a Christian can't be on it though and be like, y'all hear about God?
Right. Or like just somebody in there, right? Looking for a channel, maybe not like this, maybe even better than this, right? Like I'm not saying this is the standard, right? Maybe someone's looking for something better than this, right? But they're over there and it's just not safe for them, you know? It's just not safe for them.
Right.
They're getting the wrong message, right? And so the one thing that I want to bring to people, right, is number one, I want to bring some understanding and some forgiveness for people that aren't there yet. I want to show them
Yeah.
some love, right? And it's not necessarily for that person, right? Like, let's say, because I've known Arwen for 4 years, I do have love for him, but let's just say I show love to him, right? And and it doesn't work. Nothing works for him, right? But there are many bystanders that see how I'm treating him, right? And
Mhm.
those people get saved because of it, right? And so like you never know who you're affecting, right? It's like you drop a pebble in the water. You never know what's going to bring a person to Jesus, you know?
Exactly. It's like this person watched just one of my videos and laughed so hard. She commented and then she followed me. And I was like, okay, okay. And then she watched another video that I did and it was I was reading some scripture and she was like, wow, never thought of it this way. Thank you for breaking this down. And I was like, yo, like that's all it is. It's a seed,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a beautiful thing.
That's cool. I was like, that's great. I can't believe she actually watched more of my videos, actually, but that was great. Oh, you're gonna play? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in his gaming room. It's okay, you can play.
And and you never know quite
Thanks, buddy.
like how someone's going to be because I mean, I want people to come here, right? I,
No.
I want people to be able to come here even like not like say even someone that's not saved, right? And then to
Excuse
hear
me.
us, I want to create the type of environment, right, where we're talking about God, right, and how He's affected us in a positive way, right. And I want
Mhm.
someone that's lost, right, to say, hey, I want to be with them. I want to be with that group, you know, because what's going to happen is, right, and Jesus warned us about this, and it's already happening, right, is that we're probably going to be attacked by 10 people for every one person that comes here, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
That,
it, it's going to get bad on here, right? But then here's reality. This is where reality kicks in, right? It's going to be in our neighborhood, you know? It's going to be physically close to us, you know? And this world is getting more and more hostile to us. And
man,
it's
isn't
crazy.
it?
It is. Every time I turn on the TV, right, or not TV, but like a clip, you know, of like a show or something like that, right? It's something about the devil or something about some kind of blasphemous thing about Jesus, And
Yeah.
so I'll say this, right? Like every once in a while, I'll look at some Family Guy clips just to kind of like break the monotony of always being, very disciplined about everything, right? But it seems like every other one of those is blasphemous. I mean, almost
It's
every other one.
almost all of it. Almost
Yeah,
all of it. And so that's what I point out to my atheist friends. I have 3 of them, and they're dead set that there is no God. And so I'll be like, okay, if there's no God, why does almost everything mock him? Why?
yeah,
Answer me that. And they can't. They have no answer to it. They kind of ponder it, and it's like, okay, well, at least I'm making them think.
yeah. Well, I want to say this, Faith. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for today. Like you have a pretty big spirit, a pretty good spirit, and I think that you overcame a lot today. And I know it was kind of hard to be put on the spot for that kind of stuff. And I'm really proud of you for coming through on that.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
It was, but you know what? You hung in there. And so that's a testimony to
Thanks.
you. And so I just want to say that that's a positive character trait, and I appreciate you being able to deal with that.
Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate
And
that.
I think like everything makes us better, right?
Yeah, I do too.
Like and so it's just a crazy. I mean, this world is so crazy, right? With so many different
We
crazy
all know
things
you
coming
burned the
at us.
bacon.
Did you recook the bacon and then make it to where it's good again?
No, it's shot. It's black. I'm
So
like,
what do you guys?
everyone knows you burned the bacon, Rick.
What are you trying to eat it though? You're like,
No,
yeah, it'll be all right. Just
no,
dust it off.
you probably would if it wasn't, but it's bad.
Oh my god.
It's smoked up the whole house. I was like, what? I went upstairs. I was like, what's going on in here? And the bacon was
That is
on
so
in the
crazy.
skillet.
That's so crazy.
It's
That's so
funny,
crazy. I
but
just
yeah,
don't know. Like, cause like, check this out, right? We got this group here, right? Which is, I think, a strong group. We have people in here that know the
yeah, I
Bible
love
far
our.
better than I do, right? But here's the thing, right? Like, I can't find 2 people that agree 100% on everything, right? And so just
No,
imagine
and
out there.
I don't want to. I don't want to meet anyone that completely
Well,
100% agrees with me.
well, just
Even
imagine
my
this.
husband doesn't. Even my husband
Well,
doesn't agree with me.
right, but just imagine this, right? Imagine how it is out there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like in here, at least we have each other. We know the gospel pretty good, right? We know at least, at the very least, the Bible is true, even if we don't lean on our own understanding of it, right? We know that okay, this
Yeah,
book is true, and in it, I'm included in it, right? I'm gonna be saved, right? So
yeah.
that gives you like reassurance, right? But like imagine if you were out there, right? Let's say you're out there and you run into all this stuff that is like
Yeah, I just think of my neighbor. Like, she's so into the world that I just can't even talk to her. I mean, I can like how you doing? Beautiful flowers,
how
beautiful
you're
weather,
gonna.
but sorry, you dropped out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just imagine how. Hmm. I'm
You
sorry.
dropped out for a second.
What happened?
You dropped out.
I don't think she can hear me. Could everybody hear me?
Did I drop out?
No, did my chat stick? Can you hear me? Hey, if anybody can hear me, put a message in there if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
You can?
Yes.
And so, like, so this is what I would say, right? Oh, wait, what is she saying? Deb is saying, okay, she admitted to Stephen she believed in all religions.
Who did?
The majority of those are not Christian. Who's that, Deb? I don't
Yeah.
even know what.
Seems they're having a convo we're not a part of.
Of course, there always are. I try not to. Here's the thing, right? I need to have more control of this chat, right? But the thing is, I just kind of let it go and I just kind of say my thing because I have an objective in mind, right? That I try to hit, right? Pray, right? I get like, okay, this is a spot that I have to hit. And however I get there, you know? But um, uh, sometimes there's something that goes on in the chat, right? That I have to like settle later, you know? Because I wasn't paying attention to it. And so I gotta wait for Deb to answer me, like what she meant by that. Oh, crafty. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's one. Okay, so I don't know where Crafty is, if she's in here or not, but like, the one thing that did kind of concern me, right? I talked to her. She said she was a Christian lady, right? And so I'll take somebody at their word. But here's the thing, right? She does have a channel, right, where her name is Addie Lilith, and Lilith is like a Gnostic first wife of Adam. So you know, I don't know. I might have a question about that. And so I don't like to talk about people if they're not here. I don't like to talk about people if they're not here. So if she's not here, I don't want to talk about her. All I'll say is that she told me, when I asked her, she told me she was a Christian lady.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, let's not talk crap if they're not here to back it up.
Well, I mean, not even crap.
Not that we're talking crap. Sorry, crafty.
I just don't want to talk about anybody if they're not here. But oh, that's her. Okay, so Crafty is here then. She's Blog Spotter, Big Pig Slapper Oink. Is that? Oh my God, I have no idea. But you guys and your 3 accounts, you know. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Debbie, I'll say this. Look, you might be right. You might be right. But it's hard for me, right? It's hard for me to get into a position, right, where she's not here to defend herself. You know what I mean? Now, most likely, right, if she was here, it would get cleared up. You know, we would find out.
Good choice, Chow.
But it's like here's the thing, right? It's like we're very okay. So when somebody is very close, right, to getting it, or they do know the life-saving truth, right? And let's say they're not a huge distraction, or like trying to take away from that, or attacking the group, or trying to prevent the word, right? Well, then there's, you know, I would like to give that person a chance, right? Now,
yeah,
you know, the shadier it gets, the less patience I have, right? And I will block people. That's, you know, but I give people a lot of patience. I know you guys in there know that I give people a lot of leeway. And the reason I do that, right, is because now think about this, right? I'm not the greatest person in the world, right? Now, by human standards, it's not the worst, right? But who am I, right? And God forgave me of everything that I've done, right? He knows every detail about me and wants to spend eternity with me. And I'm not special, right? And so he wants that for you guys too, right? And anybody that comes over the fence, right? So, yeah, I mean,
think about that. Like, he wants to spend eternity with us.
Yeah.
That's something. That is something, man.
Well, not only that, Faith, but you're his idea. He thought
That's
you
crazy.
up every detail of you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the
And so
Bible
think
says
about
he
that.
knew us. He knew us before we were born.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So he knew everything about you before you were even, conceived. It's
that's right.
crazy.
You can't add.
That's
You can't
how
add
much he
any.
loves us, is he wants us in eternity with him. That is, to me, that's overwhelming alone.
It is.
Like,
I've
like
cried
I,
over that a
yeah,
couple
that's what I
times.
want. I want to spend eternity with the Father. But the fact that
Yeah,
he wants to spend eternity with me, it's like, wow. What
yeah.
am I? I am nothing.
And so let's say that we're very close to the end, right? And remember
Yeah.
the thief on the cross, right? Because the Bible sets a lot of precedents, right? It sets precedents as to how far we can go and still be like, so like the prodigal son, right? That set a precedent, right? You could
Yeah.
you could really be leave and do all kinds of stuff, right? And come back, and how's God gonna treat you? It's going to be a big party that you're back, right? You're not going to get beat down for that, right? So that sets one precedent, right? Another precedent is the thief on the cross, right? Where he's on his last breath, and he accepts God, and he gets everything we get, right? And so if somebody is close, right? Who knows? Who
Right.
knows? They they might get over the hump. But if they're harmful to us, Deb, or everybody else, not to single you out at all, because I mean, you've been a positive member of the group since you've been here, and so I appreciate that you're here. But if she's harmful to the group, then she'll get blocked. It'll expose itself, And so I trust God to to expose it to me, And
Yeah.
I would give each of you, all of you, that much leeway, I would. I mean,
Yeah.
I pray
Because
for you guys all the
like
time. I mean,
the thief
I
on the
don't know.
cross didn't know Jesus at all. Didn't know anything about Jesus. And sorry, I thought I heard an echo. Didn't know anything about Jesus. Didn't know anything, and simply turned to him and believed.
It's
What's
amazing,
happening?
isn't it?
Oh, that's your game. Oh my goodness, this game is messing me up.
It's okay. Look, I almost like appreciate the interruptions because you're a mom, right? Like this is your family, right? And so I see that as a blessing. Those are all the good moments, right? You can't find a comfortable place to be because everyone is everywhere, right? And like
Yeah.
that's life, right? That's you know that's what we do
Okay.
it all for, right? And so I
Husband, what are
appreciate
you
that kind of
doing?
stuff. But you
So what
feel
are you
like
doing?
you want me to round out?
Yeah, I guess we probably should.
Okay. All right, guys. I just want to say that I love you. Oh yeah, you guys can join. Just okay, this is what I'll say. Um I'll put out a community post and just put down like stuff you want to talk about, and I might ask you a couple questions, and then we'll do like an interview or something, or like a testimony, and it would be fun,
That would be
I
cool.
think. And so before it gets all crazy up in there in this chat box, I just want to
Yeah.
say that I love you guys, right? And I'm proud of all of you, because it's hard. Like it's hard to this world is hard. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. And I would just say, look, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all have different views, but we gotta hold on to Jesus right now and accept it. That's our common bond right now. And so the
Amen.
stronger we are, right, the stronger we are, the more likely we're gonna help somebody else. And so I'll just say that I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you, Faith, for coming on.
Steve, thank you for having me. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
And praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace.
Yeah.
And